Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Arena Cube draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I do want to remind you that if you enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section down below with any questions or feedback, and check out the Twitch stream live at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas. You can also click that little bell. Ooh, Rat's Relic is in this pod. He is a... Oh, and he's passing to me. They're a friend of the stream. I've played in some of their tournaments they do. They are a cube master, so this is going to be a little bit tricky, perhaps. Okie doke. So, starting things off, what is Cube? For those of you that do not know, Cube is a collection of the most powerful cards available on Arena, and then there are some like archetype stuff you can draft, or you can just try to draft like the best cards and build your own archetype, but it's generally good to have some synergy between your cards. Mono Red is a very powerful deck in the Cube, but I'm not really super interested in drafting that because from what I have gleaned, you can just force Mono Red and have a good deck. So if that's something that interests you, by all means, but I'm going to try to read signals, stay a little more open. But what do we see in this pack? Generally, you want to have like some more powerful things. Like Birth of Meletus can be pretty cool if you're playing a control deck because it gets you mana, it ramps you up towards a late game, and things of that nature, and gives you a little speed bump. Collected Company is really hard to build around, so I don't really like that. Vraska's Contempt is a pretty good removal spell. Temple of Enlightenment is also good for control decks. Kiora and Vastwood Surge are good for ramp decks. Dragon Master Outcast, pretty good as well. I'm pretty tempted by Birth of Meletus. I don't know why. It just kind of appeals to me. Also Contempt, but I'm just going to take the Birth of Meletus. I think it's a pretty cool card and can delete it some pretty cool decks. Especially of the controlling variety. Okay, moving on to pick 2. There's Branching Evolution, which is pretty cool for a counters deck. Doesn't really go with my Birth of Meletus. Angel of Sanctions is a fantastic card, just an absolute bomb. I learned it in school and at home a little bit. Antonio. But yeah, Angel of Sanctions, a pretty good card, I would say. And fits well into like a controlling deck. There's also Curiosity and like Spectral Sailor type things for maybe like some sort of blue-white Auras tempo deck. There's Treasure Map, which is maybe a little bit slow. Branching Evolution, as I said before, good for a counters deck. Good especially with things like Rishkar. Veto, pretty sweet as well. If you are going for like a life gain deck. I'm tempted by this Angel just because I already have Birth, but I could also just take Branching Evolution and see what happens there, because if you get a counters deck, this seems like it could be really good. And I'm not going to miss a big white card, so I'm just going to take the Branching Evolution. I'm just going to take the card that like leaves me pretty open to any direction, if that makes sense. Now there's a Staggering Insight, so there was a Curiosity in that one pack. Now there's Staggering Insight. I feel like this deck maybe comes together. Maybe not, but something to keep in mind. Scavenging Ooze is a good synergy piece with Branching Evolution. It's just a good green card as well. Fairy Spawn can be pretty solid. Maul is okay. I'm glad I didn't take the Angel here, because then I'd be kind of priced into taking another white card, or I would be kind of lost. This Staggering Insight's interesting. I kind of just want to take the Scavenging Ooze, though, to go with this Branching Evolution, and it's just a pretty good card. Nice little 2-drop. Valgate Recovery is also pretty solid. I don't really think I'm going for an Insight deck. Maybe I will eventually. God Eternal is pretty sweet. Teferi's a little bit clunky, but Scavenging Ooze is a nice efficient threat. I like it, and it goes well with the Branching Evolution. Okay, so what do we have here? So there's a lot of lands. Man, there's like this like Skies deck that uses Reconnaissance Mission, Curiosity, and Staggering Insight, which seems pretty sweet. Mouth to Feed is just one of my favorite cards in terms of design. It's just super sweet. I don't love Wayward Swordtooth. There's a land, but I don't really know my colors, so I like to know my colors before I start taking lands. Witch of the Moors is a really like powerful card. It has nice synergy with the Scavenging Ooze because you gain a life when you exile a creature, make them sacrifice things. Young Pyromancer doesn't really pair well with green. I could just take Mouth to Feed. I think it's a fine card to take. I I think green-white is probably the color for counters rather than green-black. I think I'm just going to stick to green cards because there is a lot of powerful stuff here. The Witch is pretty good, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the life gain to support it. Well, this is just a beating with Branching Evolution. This card's also pretty good with Branching Evolution if I can get... Oh, it's just a main phase. I thought this was... For a second, I thought it was a card that cared about casting it on... like, casting with triple white from the Throne of Eldraine mechanic. Adamant, but it's Addendum. But yeah, Verdurous Gearhulk is perfect for this deck. Works well with the Branching Evolution, my counters potential theme. Also just gets me deeper into green. This is the type of top-end card that's really good. Wildborn Preserver would be another good card with the Evolution. This card could be well in my counters deck. Catcher's Monument could be okay if I was trying to go wide with counters. We're just going to jam Verdurous Gearhulk here. It's looking like green is pretty open. So Nessian Hornbeetle. Savage Stomp. So I don't have any dinos yet. The Hornbeetle could be good if I get some high-powered creatures. Symbiosis is probably okay, but I think I'm just going to take a good 2-drop for my deck. Like a Stompy deck. Or I could take Savage Stomp, which is another counters card. Does work well with this Branching Evolution. It's hard to get a 4-powered creature, I'm guessing, early in the game. Savage Stomp could give me some interaction. I just like getting beat a lot of the time, but Savage Stomp could have been the pick. Hard to say. Okay, and now there's a Castle Garenbrig. There's also some red cards. There's a Voracious Great Shark, which doesn't really fit my counters theme at all. Castle Ardenvale might be a little hard to use if I'm heavy green, so I'm just going to take the Garenbrig. Inguirus Armored Killer, also known as Gem Razor. Seems pretty solid, especially potentially out of the sideboard, or I could take Blossoming Defense. There's also Glasspool Mimic, which is really cool, copying something like a Verdurous Gearhulk. Gem Razor mutating onto something. I kind of just want to take Blossoming Defense. I think it could be quite good. It's like a little way to interact as a green deck. Oh, and then we wield some pretty cool stuff. We wield Rada, Heart of Keld. Also, Dragonmaster Outcast is another sweet one, but I don't know which one's better for me. They're both good. I think Rada's a little bit better. And, oh, this is the wrong colors. I guess we could take the Prefect. We don't really have any elves, though. We do have, maybe get some token synergies, I'm not sure how likely that is. Wow, the Staggering Insight deck probably just comes together a lot, but we'll just take the Bontu, I guess, over the Vericus spawn. If we are going more of a token Z direction, or we could just take Banefire, because there's a red cards, but I kind of like staying a little bit more flexible. Banefire is probably okay. Canyon Slough. Isamura. Skeleton. You never know. Ooh, Savage Stomp and Turn Timber came back. I think I'm going to take the Savage Stomp. Turn Timber seems okay, but 7 mana is a lot. Okay, let's see what we're working with here in pack 2. So we pretty much just have green cards that we care about. So we know we're playing green. And from there we can go a lot of directions. There's an Explore. There's also a Gonti. Gonti's just fantastic, generally. Always up for a Gonti. We did see a couple of late black cards, too. Maybe it doesn't fit with the counters theme as well. I would like to make the counters theme work, because that seems like it could be really powerful. Adonta Vanguard could wear counters quite well. put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then with this you put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Wait, where is it? You double a mass, so that could be sweet. Odonto is also just a nice threat. I'm just gonna take Gonti though, because I think Gonti's just the most powerful card, but I would have preferred to take a green counters card there. Okay, and now there's a Vizier the Menagerie. There's some Mirari's Wake. This card's really good if you have a ramp deck. Also just any deck. I found this to be very good when I played in previous iterations of the cube. But we don't know we're playing white is the thing. I think I'm just gonna take the Vizier. I like that it is a nice just like green creature. And I have Rada potentially to be like be able to play anything from the top. There's also Kazandu Mammoth, it's just a stompy card. This card's pretty good, I'd say. We'll probably wheel the Ram through, which is nice. I would love a Kazandu Mammoth. I don't know. This is tough. There's so many good cards. It's hard to know which is best. Huh. So this could be a time to either speculate on like a black card. There's no counter synergies here. Do we have any humans? No humans yet. I guess we could just take the green card. We could also just take something like a Scorching Dragonfire in case we end up red. I don't think this card's particularly good. I don't think we want like a heavy black commitment card, so we'll just take this. So there's Mecha Godzilla, also known as Crystalline Giant. Animation Module is another +1/+1 counters card, but I don't see the benefit of really making servos if you're putting counters. Proliferating could be interesting. I think I'm just going to take Evolving Wilds so that I can make sure I have decent mana. My mana is pretty mediocre right now. The old Swarm. There's... It's not really on theme necessarily, but I do have this as a tokens maker. Where is it? So maybe I make some token stuff. There's also the Solemn Simulacrum. Lantern, not as much of what I want to be doing. There's a Overgrown Tomb if I want to play a black deck. I'm still up in the air on what my color is, which is kind of bad. It's hard to go wrong with Solemn. I think I'm going to take Scoot Swarm, though, because it's the most powerful, and it's in my color, for sure. Ooh. Conclave Mentor. I think I might just have to give up on the branching evolution idea. I just don't think I really got there. It is super good with Verdurous Gearhulk. Selvala. This card could be a house. I'm not really a ramp deck per se. It's also Null Priest. I'm just gonna keep taking the green cards. Now Hydra. There's also a red-green land if I wanted to go there. Anointed Procession if I wanted to go tokens route. I do have Token Maker, Token Maker, Token Maker. This has just got to be the pick, though. Ooh, Caryatid. I'll take Caryatid as a ramp card over Garruk. Not that I would mind Garruk. This is also a +1/+1 counters card. Caryatid's nice, though. Helps me get to my expensive place. I think I'm just going to take the Hedron Archive, and then I can maybe pick up some big creatures. Because I have a lot of ramp. And this is a colorless ramp source. I don't know. Boom. This could be scary. This could be really good if I end up in a rampy deck. Also ram through, but doubling mana production seems quite nice. There's a big card draw spell. I don't love Banishing Light. Animation Module has some potential. Chromatic Lantern's also ramp. Conclave Mentor came back around. So maybe I'm doing the counters thing. Holy jeez. That's an enchantment and a half right there. Put a counter on each creature you control. Just wild. This is another pretty decent one for counters. So what do I want in this pack? There's Tangled Florahedron as a ramp source. This is putting counters on things. Cathar's Crusade seems really powerful. I have 10 creatures right now. I wonder if this would wheel. I kind of want to wheel this Graceful Apparition. I'm not really ramping into anything right now, so I don't need the ramp cards. I'm going to take the Cathar's Crusade. Yeah, I'm going to take the Florahedron. I think I need cheap spells to get me up to my expensive stuff. But that was tempting. That was really tough. Not sure if that was correct, but I just want to make sure I can get to my expensive stuff, and maybe Cathar's Crusade will wheel. I'm just going to take the Dryad now. Just a nice little 2-mana value engine for a green deck. Mikaeus is great. Venerated Loxodon's also a sweet card. I've seen Venerated Loxodon like wheel and stuff. Rex Age is also pretty decent. I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to convoke this as much, and I think Mikaeus is just a little bit more flexible as like a card that I can play in the mid game or early game. It's really good synergy with my Branching Evolution and my Conclave Mentor because it's like repeated counters as well, and it's good with Mirari's Wake as an X spell. So I'll just take this, I think, over the Loxodon and over the Rex Age. Ooh. This is interesting. So there's Basri, which doesn't really fit my deck as much, but there's also Ulamog, which I do have a lot of ramp. I think I take Ulamog. It just kind of ties the deck together. Well, Basri's double white, and my deck doesn't have good early white production, so single white cards are really where it's at. And my deck, yeah, I think this is a little bit better. Mostly for the color reason. Pretty reasonable 2-drop here. Just kind of a generically good 2-drop though, rather than anything like wild. Lotus Cobra is another ramping card. Ashaya. This is another great piece of tech here. Turns everything into a land so that it can tap for mana, and it adds double that mana to cast my Ulamogs. Yeah, Ashaya plus Scoot Swarm's also a heck of a combo. This is red-green. Hydroid Krasis, eh? I'll consider it, I guess. I think it's probably better than just taking like a start to finish or a hidden stockpile. I mean, or an I'll See It or a Remorseful Cleric. We got there. Cathar's Crusade came back. That's exactly what I wanted to have happen. This is wild. Cathar's Crusade is a heck of a card in this deck, I think. Probably better than Vastwood Fortification. Now there's Wilt for the sideboard over Helm of the Host. I could take Helm of the Host because I do have a lot of mana. What would I be copying? I'll just take Wilt for the board. Hmm. Ooh, Swarm Shambler came back. Nice. I guess I could even main deck Wilt because it does have cycling. This is going to be a tough one to build. Tough, tough, tough. I could play Wilt in the main deck. I could also play Birth of Meletus. I'm tempted by this Crisis. So how many things do I have that give counters? One counter thing, two counter things. Counters. 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 Mouth is a 3-drop, really. Okay. So I don't think I have the mana to support Hydroid Crisis. I wasn't really prioritizing mana because I saw this so incredibly late that I was like not able to think about getting blue-green lands to splash it because I did not expect to see it. So I think I'm just going to be green with a little bit of white, which probably means I don't need like a 2-drop like Birth of Meletus. Because most of my white cards, this is double white. But I think I can go down to 6 white sources. Which means 8, 14, 15, 16. This is also like a land, but I think I want to go up a land as well. So this is 17 lands plus a Florahedron. Yeah, I also have other ways to get white mana for sure. For sure. Kenra is just a generically powerful card. I mean, Swarm Shambler, first off, is maybe a little too weak. But making tokens is good for my Cathar's Crusade. Also, Imperious Prefect is just not going to make the cut. It just doesn't have any synergy with anything I have going on, really. I don't have any other elves, and making a 1/1 every turn for a mana is just a little bit too weak, I think. I guess I have this as an elf. Turn of the Wild Speaker could be good, especially because I'm going to be making some tokens, potentially. But it might not be necessary. Yeah, I'm going to cut that, I think. I think I'm going to cut Chromatic Lantern as well. Because I'm only playing 2 colors. I guess Chromatic Lantern could help me play the Crisis. Because if I played one island... If I played Island, Evolving Wilds, Chromatic Lantern... Yeah, that actually seems okay. Islands... I'll change the artwork to make it match later. But if I did that, then that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue sources, kind of. But a lot of them are like half sources, but still. Crisis is quite powerful. Branching Evolution is so sweet, though. I really want to try it out. And it's a +1/+1 counters card. Neat. It does make the mana a tiny bit trickier. So we have 6, 7, 8, 14, 15. This is 9, 10, 17, 18, kinda. So I think I'm going to cut the Wilt. I'm going to cut the Blossoming Defense until I know my matchup. I'm going to cut... Horn Beetle's not great in my deck because I just don't have 4-powered creatures to trigger it. Then I can cut Kenra maybe. That should be good. Yeah, I think we're going to try it like this. Should be a really fun deck. And I'll see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the matches, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons over at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas, and special thanks to those who support me at the credits level. It is thanks to Patreon support that I'm able to upgrade my equipment with the new webcam that I recently got, and things of that nature, so I really do appreciate that. And you do get a couple of perks like being put in the credits as my way of saying thank you. If you would like more information, you can find that at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Thanks again to all of my patrons, and without further ado, let's get to the matches. To round one, we're playing against a Yorion deck. That's interesting. Well, we're keeping this. Cathar's Crusade plus our Conclave Mentor could be good. Ugin for sure, Antonio. 100% Ugin. Because it only costs 8 mana. I would like to draw a creature to go with the Sylvala. It would be risky if they drew a card here. Oh no. This could get good. If I draw a creature next turn, things are going to get beautiful. So if I do this, then I'll be able to tap this for 4 and immediately draw some cards to make sure that I don't get blown out by a sweeper. Oh gosh, this is gonna be some synergy. If they have Settle the Wreckage, they have Settle the Wreckage. I'm certainly afraid of a Wrath, which is why part of the reason I played my turn the way I did. Okay, so they got rid of the Sylvala. No matter. That is going to leave them dead on board, right? Maybe. Okay, so if I go 1, 2, 3, 4 for a Hedron Archive. So I have 5, 6 mana, so I can have this, which costs a functional 2 mana. And then I will have 4 mana left, so I do not have the mana to go all of them at once. So I'm just going to go Branching Evolution. Okay, so I want to do this one first. What order am I supposed to stack these in? To play around Wrath, Big Beard Bandit. I have no idea if I stack that even remotely close to right. Oh, I think I'm supposed to alternate them. This ended up as a 5/5, which means I think I ordered it right. Because this would have put a counter on it. And then put this counter, which then doubled. Thanks. Yeah, I knew they'd have a board sweeper. Such a bummer. Oh my gosh, we did it, chat. Have fun with your board sweeper, buddy. You're gonna need more where that came from. No, don't do me like this, opponent. Oh, yes. Evolving Wilds? Looking for an Evolving Wilds. I'm still thinking about whether there was a way for me to get more counters with my branching evolution from before. So if I have no idea what order I'm supposed to put the replacement effects. So if I go, because I get a counter from this, it gets doubled. I think I'm supposed to alternate them. I think I screwed it up and I could have had lethal on board, I think. I get 2 of these, put 4 counters on everything. Oh my gosh, that was wild. So we're playing against a black-white value sacrifice deck. What's good against a sacrifice deck? Well, Wilt is going to come in. That's good against their cauldrons and stuff. Blossoming Defense could be good as well against ECD. We'll consider it at least. Kenra, maybe he's okay. They have Yorion as well. So Savage Stomp gets a lot worse because they're going to have ways to sacrifice their own stuff. I don't think they can beat Ulamog. Oh, no, they have Elspeth Conquers Death. That's totally not true. They can totally beat it. Yeah, it certainly doesn't seem like I would want the Conclave counters in a row, for sure. I just did that because I was going to time out and I had no clue what I was supposed to do. I could cut a forest on the draw. No, they put an extra one on from the previous triggers. Which I think I could have killed them that one turn. I'll cut a land on the draw. I still have 17 because of my Tangled Florahedron. So if I go counters from the Cathars thing, and then a Conclave Mentor trigger, and then a counter from the Cathars, and then a Conclave Mentor trigger, I think I get the more counters that way. Okay, there's a mulligan. And this is a keep. And here we are going to get rid of... the Lotus Cobra. No, Lotus Cobra's great. I forgot that this wasn't going to be my 2-drop. I'm going to go this into Lotus Cobra, then hope to get Hedron Archive into play. I could just get rid of the Verteris. Vizier plus this to play all the creatures I have. It could be good. Well, I regret everything. Not really, but... So I get to play the Hedron Archive next turn. Do I get punished for attacking here by anything? Oust, maybe? Oh, duh. I should have thought of that. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. I mean, they could have put this in their hand, so I would have known they had something, so that was just dumb. Whoops. My bad, chat. I would have been able to play this branching evolution this turn if I had just kept my Lotus Cobra alive. Okie doke. Oh my gosh. Dang it, I'm 1 mana off. And now they're going to use this. This is a yikes. Okay, that means they do not have ECD. I'm gonna get rid of their planes because that'll make it harder for them to cast ECD. Branching Evolution's so bad right here. I mean, it was pretty phenomenal last game though, and my deck is making up for it with some other stuff. Wow, that was really bad tapping. I don't know why I tapped the archive there. Are you kidding me? Are they really gonna have ECD? That'd be a disaster. Wow, I'm not even going to be able to deck them very fast. Who said that branching evolution was going to be bad? That's really funny. So 14 mana, 12, 14. So I can make this 12. So if I double it, it becomes like a 100-power creature. But then it just dies to this thing, so I can't justify that. Whoa, Thraben, you. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Deck list. You may be focusing on a winning approach, whereas I am focused on a fun approach. This thing would have been 100 power if they didn't literally have a removal spell in like play that I knew about. Gosh, it's so big. Yeah. Oh my gosh, glass casket. That's funny. Oh, we can't cast it. I mean, branching evolution has led to some really cool stuff. I think, now that I think about it, I think that Arena stacked the triggers correctly and then I reorganized them to be worse.
Bring bread and water for the people. Come and rest. O Ketra's love is your shield.
Oh, Ketra's love is your shield. Oh, hilarious. Yes! Got the win. See you folks in the next round. Welcome to round 2. Oh, we've got a hand. Two drop, 4 drop, championship. It's the only thing they care about. Exactly, Schmeeks. Oh my gosh, opponent is casting 0 mana cards. It's like a Mox. What am I supposed to do? Pelt collector. Oh no. Wow, Castle Garenberg is actually sweet with Zero the Menagerie. I'm totally okay trading a Pelt Collector for a Swarm Shambler. Yeah, that's what I thought, Decklist. That's what I figured. So I've got this Hydra. Yeah, that was a good synergy. So they can't attack me still. Ooh. It's probably too tempting for me to just kill this Rada. Can I do both? No, I can't. I could play this in Chromatic Lantern, though. Oh, you're right. If I activate the castle, that'll give me 6 mana. No, so I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll give me 6 mana. I think that's better. Make make sure I get rid of the Rada. Could be a problem. Haven't put any counters on the Swarm Shambler as of yet. I would rather get the mana down first. Ah, crud. Criminy. Well, with Zir dead... well, this could be a problem. I'm gonna wait a second to draw Salavala. Just getting more fuel for my scoos. I have some stuff to ramp into. I've got a Hydroid Krasis, I've got an Ulamog. Thanks, Soup Chugger, I appreciate that. This is not what I wanted to see, shall we just say. That's awesome to hear, Soup. You can put 3 counters there. Oh no, they don't draw a card from that. Nice. We were drafting green-white counters with some ramp stuff in it. This is not looking good for the hero of our shale. Yeah, we can't win this game anymore. Yikes. Okay. Well, we're going to bring in Wilt for sure, because they have Gear Hulk and Great Henge. What else do they have? They have Inscription, so maybe Hexproof could be nice. Got Swarm Shambler, maybe? Never was a big fan of Swarm Shambler anyway. Probably gonna maybe potentially make that change permanent, because Swarm Shambler is just kind of a meh card on its own. It can get a couple extra counters, sure, from my synergies, but like I've got much more powerful stuff I can do. More fish to fry. The Ugin got me. Got, as they say. Oh, this is a good hand. Oh, the synergy. Oh, the synergy. What's the plan for Ugin? Hope they don't draw it. Seems reasonable to me. It's funny, because Ugin's actually one of my favorite cards. I play it in Modern. When I was playing Modern. Hydra can take down bigger fish. Sure. Selvala can do some really good things next turn. It's still a good combo. Every time I play a creature, I get another Scoot Swarm trigger. Them having a 4-powered creature is really funny. Oh, the Crusade. Also a combo. Oh, right, because those also count as creatures. I will take action. And then I will tap my Selvala for 8 mana. Wait, why does it have to tap another creature? Oh, it takes green to do that. Did not know that. Do not know why. I did not know that. Oh my gosh, any combination of colors? Wait a second, what? Holy heck. What the heck? Yeah, I just never knew it had a cost because I've never played with the card. So if I go Thar's Crusade and then Conclave Mentor, oh my gosh. Okay, seems reasonable. right, because these all count as lands. Oh my gosh. I totally forgot. I was like, oh, I don't have enough lands to make a duplicate of the scoot. Oh, that's cute. Great henge. I do have to kill them before they get to Ugin. Which could be a problem. They can cast Ugin and just beat me. I have 4 creatures. They didn't have Ugin, I guess. I was gonna play this as a 1/1 to fight something, I think, so I could have even more big stuff. Okay. Well, I liked not having that. Blossoming Defense. Blossoming Defense could just be okay as a combat trick. Oh, Ugin doesn't deal with Ashaya? That's really good to know. Each permanent. Oh, they still have a color, I think. It just says exile each permanent. Yeah. Ugin doesn't exile non-lands. I've played with the card a few times. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Run it back? Probably. Ugin beats everything. But, you know. Maybe I can dodge Ugin again. I don't even have any good answers to Ugin. Huh. I'm gonna mulligan this. And I'll keep this. And I'll get rid of Selvala, because double green's gonna be hard to come by. I just need to get this Mirari's Wake into Ugin Ulamog play. Do they just have this turn 1 every time? Come on, man. Come on, man! Yes, no 2-drop. That's what I like to see. Jam turn 6 Ulamog. Turn 5 Ulamog. This is turn 3, 4, 5. Is that gonna be fast enough? Or will I get beaten down first? Oh, this is such a dicey situation. The fact that they've had Pelt Collector on turn 1 every time is so bad for me. Come on, land. Aw, man. If I'd drawn a land, I might have been okay. If they jam Great Henge here, what do I do? Why didn't I wilt the Iron Games? Where am I supposed to get the mana for that? Being on the draw certainly sucks. Gosh. If I just naturally drawn a land, I could have maybe done some stuff that was a little bit better, but I think I was just dead. Oh well. See you in the finals. Welcome to the final round. We're going to hope for a nice little curve out here and a mulligan. Much better. Much better. Yeah, the Hydra's the another X spell. I knew I had 3. I'm going to get rid of Scoot Swarm. Maybe not Scoot Swarm. Maybe I'll just get rid of a Plains. I'm gonna get my island with this. Cause I do have a. Actually, I can get a. I have this link, so it doesn't really matter what I get. I could have dumped it. I don't think it would have made a huge difference. I think it would have been fine. Another red-green deck. A chance for vengeance. Why not wait on evolving with Scoot? Because I only had 3 lands in my hand. So it's pretty nice to make sure you hit all your lands untapped when you have some pretty nice threats to be playing. No, I messed up the upkeep stop. You're kidding me. I'm gonna give him a chance to kill it, I guess. That means they won't play a creature for a turn at least. Can't attack or block. I think they would have killed my Greenseeker if that had a kill spell as well. Oh, they did have a kill spell, just not for Scoot Swarm. Huh. Well, that didn't work out the way I was hoping. Yikes. I guess getting out of turn early didn't really change much. Could have just saved it. Oh, the bummers. Yeah, this game's over. I'm so dead. Yeah, would not have made a huge difference. I would have the same blockers this turn. They would have killed something. I'm glad I have the Wilt in the main deck.
Civilization's respect for nature is always returned.
Is this just like the same matchup? That is true. Ronus is also a house. Yeah, I'm dead. Huh. That draw did not come together. I think that was another mulligan, though, so I'm not going to be too harsh on that. Okay, so they're just a heavy green deck as well. Sure. And they're on the mulligan this time. Ooh, that was a good draw. Okay, this is gonna go well. Big Gear Hulk. Where do I want to put the counters? Probably a lot on Mikaeus, because Mikaeus can just put the counters on everything. So I want to put... I want to make sure these both trade, so I'm going to put one counter there, a couple there. Boom! We got the win in game 2! How do you like me now, opponent? I forget. Did I win the die roll in this matchup? I feel like I did. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. The thing about Cube is it can just snowball out of control so quickly. So, like, your deck being good doesn't really matter as much, because you just have to draw pretty well every time. Oh, I like this hand. I think we're just going to play this as a land because I already have a 2-drop Accelerant. Oh, they mulliganed again. Now that I have 4 lands, I'm less inclined to want to do it, but I still think I want to. Like, it's technically... like, not ramp, but I have cards that care about playing lands as well. If they stomp this, it's kind of a bummer. Okay, that's okay. So they can play Questing Beast. Yikes. Ooh, that could be good. Oh, it's any combination of colors, right? So I can go mouth, this, into this thing. Luckily, they're probably not going to draw another card off of the because the Ronus is in play. I can't really beat Ronus very easily. Okay, so they're gonna cast. They have this costs 7, so they have 5 mana. So I can do this for 3. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make a 5/5. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have to exile 4 other cards, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Actually, I'm just gonna double its power. I guess they could technically put counters on, like make this, like double pump this if they get to 6 mana, so then this thing can block. But I'm gonna be making a massive Crisis next turn. Oh. Hello there.
Merry Christmas from Germany, winking face.
Wow, thank you so much, NX650G, for the subscription. I appreciate that. 2 months, thank you so much. Well, we're going to be casting a massive Crisis here. So it's got X equals 10. So it'll be a 20/20. And I'll draw an extra card. 3, 4, 5. I don't know how they're going to beat a 20/20 Crisis. Okay. The ambush. Hopefully we can still win with our 20/20. Yes! Oh, baby! Branching Evolution. Making our Crisis a 20/20. I mean, it was going to be massive anyway. It was going to be like a 15/15, but that was incredible. Holy heck. What a... Selvala was a beast! My goodness, it made 10 mana! Gosh, that was legendary. What a draft. I mean, we may have lost a match, but like in a couple of games, but the games we won were just so sick. My goodness, that was a fun deck. Very cool deck overall. Wowza. I'm really happy that I did that one. If you were watching this on YouTube and you made it all the way till the end of the video, remember to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and check out the Twitch stream at twitch.tv/NicolaiBolas to join the fun live. And if you did make it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag branching victories, because we won not only with branching pathway, but also in various ways. We won by casting Ulamogs, we won by going crazy with Ashaya and Scoot Swarms and Cathar's Crusade, all sorts of wild stuff. So remember to leave hashtag branching victory to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. Also, Mikaeus had a cool combo in one of our games as well. But yeah, lots of fun with this one. I do hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more Arena Cube action. Also, be sure to check out my articles, my Discord server, which is free to join for everybody, and everyone is welcome, and the more the merrier. And also my Patreon, if you want to support my content directly, in the comments section down below. That is going to do it for this draft video, though. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will talk to you next time.